expressive. I need to create space. I need to be noisy in.
So. I love you already.
Thank you for inviting me to talk about my thing. So, as you notice, I have a croaky voice, and my immune system is not letting me down. Our cells do two things: they're in stress or they're in repair, and I'm in repair. I'm healing. It's winter. It's great. I don't actually feel particularly ill. It's just that my throat isn't so good. Can you put a landscape?
Yep.
Much better. And so I'm a neurodevelopment specialist, but my why, the reason why I do things, is because I absolutely hate to see people suffer. Absolutely hate that, especially if I've got the knowledge to help, and I do. But for example, I trained in health 20 years ago and became a homeopath, set up my homeopathy clinic and was helping people there. But when my son was diagnosed with dyslexia 10 years ago, and I was told, oh, there's no cure, you have to learn to live with it. It's like red rag meets bull. I'm going to sort him out. And they're all going, yeah, go on then. Yeah, there's no cure, you have to learn to live with it. And I'm not, watch me. So I researched and I discovered neurodevelopment, and I rewired my son's brain, and he was no longer dyslexic. He's now 16 and he's doing really well at school. He's just got his maths O level early. I know they call them something else these days, but I'm a Harry Potter
These
fan.
days,
What am I going to call it?
years ago.
I know. They're ordinary wizarding levels, yeah, come on. So he's doing fine. But the upshot of being bolshy and not allowing my son to grow up in that dreadful state that he was in when he was 6 was that literally the world came knocking. I had patients coming over from Saudi, France, Scotland. I even get patients from Essex, I know, saying, whatever you did for your son, can you do it for us? And I'm like, yeah, of course. So I built an accidental practice. It was something like a year before I accepted. People going, so you're not meant to be doing homeopathy, you're meant to be doing neuro. And I'm like, no, I'm a homeopath. No. So I accepted that. So 10 years down the line, I've written a whole stack of books. One of them is here, Eat for Your Brain, which I wrote because a year and a half ago, I was asked to treat a woman who'd been diagnosed with Alzheimer's at 57. And I'm like, well, I haven't treated Alzheimer's, but I'm guessing I can help that. So I went around there with all my superfood stuff, all my neuro stuff, and all my homeopathy stuff, and I sat in my house for 2.5 hours, flicking through books, going, I haven't got the information I require. So I wrote it, and it's Eat for Your Brain. I wrote that in 3 weeks flat. I've just edited it massively and done a second edition, which is that one. But it's a really good book, and it's on what foods you need to eat to muck out your brain, basically. And then we basically, after something like 6 months of working with her, she was 75% back to normal. She hadn't been able to drive, she hadn't been able to use door handles or taps, she couldn't remember proper nouns. I bump into her in Tesco's regularly, and it's, hi sir, I'm doing really well, look, I'm out. And I'm like, yeah, she doesn't speak like that, that's just my interpretation. That would be giving too much away. But she's basically effectively doing really well. So what I did with her was movement, because the brain learns through movement. If you're going to rewire your brain for learning issues, you need to use movement. A lot of it is moving the hand and the head at the same time that triggers certain things in the brain, one of which is the olivary complex, all very complex, but we know about this because everything we do is fully scientifically backed over decades and decades and decades. So if you're going to be helping people who've got chronic conditions like that, then you need to know what you're doing. But also the further upshot of that was we've developed what I did with her, although I'd already kind of half developed it, into an exercise program for grown-ups. It's anti-aging. So if you want to stay young and not croaky like me, then you use movement. I only do 2 hours of my core program a week, and I've got no big low wings, and I'm really toned up. It's good because what we're doing is we're copying what babies naturally do in utero from conception right through to the first year or so of life. Now, how many 2-year-olds or 1-year-olds do you know who go, Mum, oh my God, my stomach's really flat, you need to do sit-ups? They don't, do they? They don't. Well, I've never seen one anyway. But they don't, because they're moving their entire body all the time, all of it. Their entire body they're moving, and so all of it stays toned. And we don't do any sit-ups in core, because that would just be like exercise. And this isn't exercise, it's fun. But we call it knowledgeable intervention, because we're using what we know with the brain to create the nerve pathways we require. And it's all about making the brainstem work properly, because the brainstem is all the bit that controls all the movement. So the 3 sets of cranial nerves, the 3rd, 4th, and the 6th, that control up and down, out and in, the diagonal movement of the brain. Basically, if you haven't got them working, you're going to have dyslexia, aren't you? Bit more complex because you might have accommodation issues, but we work on that in the program too. So with this exercise program we're doing, we're basically getting the brainstem to work properly and maximally. Because you see, the thing is, my dad is 84. He sits there in his chair all day. He's broken his hip. He's got dementia and Parkinson's. He's not one of my patients. and he's not moving. He's not moving. And so what happens? You know when you go to the gym and you work that muscle and your bicep gets really big, what happens when you don't move that arm? So you don't move that arm for 3 months, what's going to happen? Muscle gone. Same happens in your brain. We have selective apoptosis, don't we? And the brain is economic. If we're not using part of it, it will cull it. So, you know the answer to this. If you want to stay young, you've got to move. Right, you've got to move right, haven't you? You've got to maintain all the things that keep you young by repeating the things that babies do. Because that way, they're programming their brain to work optimally. So if we copy those movements, which is what we're doing in the core program, then you're going to stay young, you're going to stay healthy, your brain's going to be sharp, sharp, sharp. Your body's going to be toned up. Look at me, I'm 103. Okay, I'm not. My throat feels like it today. So that's what we do, we just repeat what naturally happens. So this core thing I've developed is just lovely. It's fun. All my friends who hate exercise, when I said to them, can you come along, can I just test it on you? They're like, oh. And they came and they go, oh my God, this is the best thing ever, it's so much fun. I'm going, yeah, I didn't mention that. I didn't mention it's actually really good fun. And they're going, I'm going to come back. And I'm going to go, oh, okay, come back. So this is something that is great for people who hate exercise. It's great for people who've lost a bunch of stuff in their brain and want to get it back. And it's great for people like me who just want to stay young, which I do. So it's called Core. We're doing it at Kelly's on Saturday mornings. We're doing it in Malden on Wednesdays. We're starting in Colchester soon, and there are going to be other places. So what I've got going on is still my neurodevelopment clinic, where I'm working with a full spectrum of learning issues: dyslexia, dyspraxia, dyscalculia, Asperger's, autism, ADHD, mutism. I've worked in a bit with cerebral palsy and also Alzheimer's and degeneration, and get it back. You know, move properly, eat properly, and you can be young, like me at 103. Is that how long I want to talk for, or do you want more? Because I can talk for hours.
Well, I'd quite like to know a bit more about the actual. It's a movement we can have a go at.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. So if you're sitting at your desk and you're thinking, oh, you want to pump up some energy, so you want to come into a fetal position. You don't even have to move your knees up, and then you just splat out. So you just, even if you're just moving your arms, so you're coming in like that, and you do a few splats. That will be working with your third cranial nerve, and it will be working on all your.
Are we doing it?
Yes,
so
we're
doing it. Yeah, have a go.
Just do this movement and this movement. And this movement. Just have a break. Have a break from the limb. Yeah, or you might want to do some astronauts. These are like moving your shoulders, you know. This isn't in the program yet, the one that we're doing at the moment, but this one's really good because this changes the state. Yeah.
So, astronauts.
Do you like that one?
Are you giving them all names?
Might have done. So we do astronauts, or you might want to do some moros. So you scrunch, looking down, looking close, and then take your eyes away so you're looking distant. So what's happening is you're going up, down tracking, near, far tracking. So like that. Okay.
Normally in a class we do that lying on the floor, don't we?
Yes. I'll show you.
It's much more fun in the
Yeah, so but we do that stuff they can do on a desk, so it would be sorry, splat. Splat.
Wow.
But you know, if you're at your desk, we do a lot of things on the floor. I like floors.
And log rolls are my favourite.
I'll show you Kelly's favourite. Okay, so we've got arms over our head, and we're going to take our leg out and let the weight of our leg pull us over. Like that. Or you can let the weight of your arm pull you over. Like that. And that makes you feel good. And sometimes in the clinic, my favourites are the ones who turn up wearing nothing but pants and long hair. I think, oh, my little Mowgli patients, I love them. And I know what's going on because they can't wear clothes. It's like, oh, get clothes off me, everything's, oh, don't touch me. So when you do the log rolls with them, because you've got deep and hard pressure as you roll across the floor, it recalibrates the nerve cells in the skin, and then they turn up the next month and they've got a haircut and jeans on, and I'm like, it was so cute as a Mowgli from the Jungle Book, yeah? Yeah, that is exactly. Wandering around the balloon, yeah, it's probably me, I don't know. But we love our log rolls, but we have fun. See what I mean? It's full body, it's fun. Look at all of you smiling, see? It's contagious. And when we do the warm-up, it's all joint mobility. So we do, one of the things we do is like this cup of tea. You've got a cup of tea on your hand, you bring your hands in, and then you can only spill it here. Flip it over and go. See, joint mobility. One of my ladies who comes, she's 62. A year ago, that arm wouldn't go up, now it goes up fine. and I've got people in their 70s and they come. We've got, Kelly knows them. We've got people who come, I've got people with cancers, I've got people with diabetes, I've got people who are very partially sighted, doing wonderful things with these people. Because if you recalibrate the brain and you get all this stuff working, you just feel great. Oh, that was loud. Hey. Yeah, I'm going to crack away. Now, Claire's a big fan of my Facebook Lives, aren't you?
I am.
They're a bit bonkers, I do apologise. But, you know, the funny thing was, until Facebook Live, I didn't really know I had a personality. So I watched myself back and I'm like, oh my God, is that me? Ah! So I just be myself, and I just do my
On the
soothing.
trampoline.
Yes, because a lot of them are on the trampoline. And see, another thing about me, I say the unsayable, because like, you can bounce on the trampoline when you do core and you don't wet yourself, because a lot of mummies have that issue, don't they? But we do a lot of squats and we get our pelvic floor really toned up. So yeah, I'm not saying the unsayable, but it's true now, it's a real issue for some people. What?
I like to lift in the pelvic floor.
That's not how I do mine, I'm just faking it.
Might have him up in my purse on Saturday morning in that little moment.
You should see Sue Cook doing this talk about lifting up up.
And gathering it up.
Yes. Oh, the imagery, it's just too much.
So are you looking for instructors? Is
Yeah.
that- Yes.
Yeah.
So that's something that might be of interest to people.
We're looking for people to train in it because everyone is scared of getting older and getting Alzheimer's, aren't they? You're scared about walking across that room, falling over and breaking your hip because your vision and balance is gone. But by doing squats, you keep all this strong and you won't weigh yourself. And by doing the exercises we do, you keep your cranial nerves working so that your balance isn't gone. This is all restorative if you've lost it, and it's all creating it and maintaining it if you've already got it. But because we're doing things that cross over the corpus callosum, we're keeping your cognitive speed and functioning really razor sharp. Some of the women who come to my class are in their 70s and they work full time and they can't have the things that go falling apart. Cognitive decline. They have to have it razor sharp like I just was. So that's what you get when you do this program. Except obviously I'm not quite 100% at the moment because I have this sore throat thing going on.
So this is you on a go slow.
Yeah. Yes. Well, you've seen my Facebook Lives, you're not online. So 20 minutes on a trampoline, look, full on. Yeah, I didn't know I was a handful either until my Facebook Lives. And I'm like, oh my God, that must be a nightmare. I'm obviously delightful to be around. Kelly knows because we hang out all the time.
We report back on Sunday morning.
We're going to a party on Saturday,
A wig party.
a wig party, and I'm going as a punk. Where are you going as?
I don't really know. I've just got a pink wig.
Okay, we can always.
Borrowed off a friend's